Hi David, so I just looked at the other video and it occurred to me that I'm looking really pale and skinny. So I hope with the real daylight, although it's not much, it gets a bit better. Okay, main floor. First of all, I wanted to go into the idea about the AW. First of all, we found it to be too thin in Andy's proposals. We then looked at several options to make it bigger, but it starts to seriously compete with the stairs. So well, what we're basically asking is to reconsider, to take a few steps back, and to kind of acknowledge again what we were trying to do with the stairs that we want in the first place. Therefore, I'm standing on the entrance area, and I've made a kind of mock-up, just sketchy thing on site. I'm going to show you now. This here is when you get in, and one of the things, this scaffolding's in the way. One of the things we found most important was the side of the staircase, that you would see that metal, preferably shiny, that catches the light and really gives you that smooth effect and kind of points you into the direction of the reception room. The AW would stand in the way, and what we've actually done is reconsidered the balusters, and we propose to now put them on the outside of the stairs, so leaving the stairs completely intact. And what we could do, so here you see the stairs with a series of balusters on the outside to keep it kind of in place. We can do 3 or 4 or 2, but we think, excuse me, out of focus, yeah. We think it's important to do a couple, and I'll tell you why. What we want to propose is to make a baluster that in direction follows the angle of the stairs in a vertical but also in a horizontal sense. So it's always flat with the risers, flush with or like in the same direction as the risers. So it's actually going to really emphasize the fact that when it curves, you see in the bottom, it has a different, let me walk around for a bit. It has a different angle to it. So that means that on the first few steps, you'd really see that elliptical, and further up, it's going to get more and more flush. As it goes upward, it really goes flat like on a rectangular angle to the wall. To emphasize it even further, we want to propose to even extend them slightly outward. You see what the top handrail would mean. The curving of the handrail would then continue and follow the shape of the staircase. And also, what's very important that you don't really see here is that we propose that the baluster is detached from the stairs. So the siding covering continues to grab the light and just has maybe 2 connections to the baluster. About the baluster, we thought it would be really cool to make its circumsphere elliptical, and then to cut the sides really in the same angle as would the bottom of the stairs do. So either at the corner cut, or you know, it's always at an angle. And what really is nice then is that you see the kind of elliptical thing that will remind you, maybe, hopefully, distantly, on the musical notes. So it is a kind of reference, and I think the cutting section of the elliptical and coming back a few times throughout the house might give it a kind of nice branding. Of course, with the idea to keep the bottom of the stairs completely free of obstacles, the Sharkitect is back in shape. We think the Sharkitect might be an opening to do something nice with the AW, maybe a bit more subtle. Lucia's got some ideas about it. She might show you a picture. And here what we did, we just made a kind of wooden shark fin to show you what it would look like. We looked at different angles too, but I think the way it's going more or less now is really nice. Of course, detached from the floor, like we said before, we'll have to discuss on how we're going to attach it to the bottom, but I think this option in general is quite sweet. Okay, to be continued.